if Dejounte Murray does get snubbed, that it's a huge shame because I mean, like we've been over his stats before. He's like 19 a game, 9 assists, 8.5 boards, leading the league in steals per game. And this is a breakout year. He's always been good. He's always been a good defender and a good playmaker. But
and
it would be such a shame.
It's not like he's doing it like he's just putting up stats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Spurs aren't. They're not like they're not like fifth or sixth in the standings, but they're 11th right now. They're 19-31. They're 2.5 games back of that 10th spot, which is the Trailblazers. And with the Trailblazers sitting Dame and now sitting Nassir Little, we all think the Spurs are going to kind of get in there and be a play-in team, which is fighting for the playoffs. So it's like is having a decent amount of winning behind him, and combine that with his elite defense. He's one of the best guard defenders in the league, and he's by far the best player on the San Antonio Spurs. Like, he deserves to have recognition. And let's be real, if people were picking straight up, like Andrew Wiggins versus Dejounte Murray, they would have went to Dejounte Murray. But I guess this is just something Spurs fans are used to. You know, with DeMar DeRozan getting snubbed last year, getting ranked the 82nd best player, being called the worst contract, and then he goes to a big market, and now he's like an MVP candidate. So this just happens with Spurs. Spurs fans, like, I guess they're just accustomed to it. But man, it sucks seeing someone like Dejounte Murray not get the credit that he deserves. Kind of like a DeMar DeRozan 2.0.
Yeah, and no disrespect to the Spurs, but I mean, you said they're 19-31, just a couple games back at that 10 spot, and I mean, with the roster they have out there, like Doug McDermott is in their starting five, and like Trey Jones, like Lonnie Walker, Devin Vassell, KDB Diop, someone named Jock Landale off the bench. Like this is not a team that you would expect to be in the mix for, you know, a play-in berth. So the fact that Dejounte Murray has those numbers and that his team is winning that many games, because they're still winning more games than I think a lot of people expected.
Yeah, they're a young team, and you can see that by their draft. Like, you know, Devin Vassell, he's a young small forward, young shooting guard, which is improving vastly, has improved huge. Dejounte Murray is a young superstar getting on that level. Lonnie Walker is a young backup too that's getting improved. Trae Young's a young backup PG getting improved. You know what I mean? They're a young team, which is something the San Antonio Spurs usually don't have. But, you know, they're a young team. They're getting better. They're improving within each other. And they're still fighting for that playing spot. And that's the main reason for that is their star guy, is their engine, is the guy who gets everything involved, Dejounte Murray. And I think Dejounte Murray is just one of those guys that's like, man, if you watch any Spurs basketball, like even if you just watch your team play against them, you can realize that how good of a talent this guy is. And like he's, in my opinion, like in the offseason, people were talking about like the Dejounte Murray for Ben Simmons swap. I know this is more on side of the Ben Simmons, but now that swap is not even like in contention because Dejounte Murray's just elevated himself beyond Ben Simmons. And if he was in a spotlight like Philadelphia, like a big market, it would be getting talked about so much, right? So much. It's just, this guy's crazy good, man, and he will get the recognition once the Spurs are back. Give him another like 2 years, and I can see the Spurs back into like with this young team and everyone improving. Even like someone like Keldon Johnson started off the season shooting horribly. Now he's one of the best 3-point shooters. So like, we'll just wait until they improve together as a team. Give them a year or two, a couple more prospects, a couple more people here and there, and they're back in it, man. The Spurs are always quick to get back in it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms, and follow us on Instagram.